So the price of Bitcoin have been retracing, okay, for some days now, and from this very area where we see the market hit a new all-time high of $126,000. Market has been coming all the way to the downside. Market move upward, come back down. So the next thing is, if the market is going to dip more, that means if we're going to see the market from here come back to the downside into this very area before the next move upward, or we're still going to see the market move all the way to the downside, maybe to $115,000. That is what I'll be going into the detail in this very video. So pay attention, watch this video all the way to the very end. The first thing here is this very price of Bitcoin is very important, and for those of you that are very concerned about the fact that the BTCUSD price action have been doing fine for the past few weeks and months, because if you see the price of Bitcoin and you look through it, you discover that Bitcoin have been doing well, but a lot of altcoins have remained under the carpet. Very important, and the reason because is that things have already changed in this very market, and some people don't understand that fact and adjust to that very reality. However, that is not what I want to talk about today in this video. I just want to focus on the price of Bitcoin so that you know where we are and where we are heading to. So from this very point, expect the market to come back down. That is 60% market is going to come back down. That is what I am personally expecting right now. And the point of interest on this very price action is this very area right here, okay? This very area of $118,000. That is where I am expecting market to drop into. So I'm expecting further decline on the price of Bitcoin into this very area, and then we're going to see a significant move upward, not creating a new all-time high. Of course, market is going to definitely create a new all-time high in my opinion again, but on the immediate short term, I want to see the market come back down to this very area, okay, this very area of $118,000. And of course, if we see the market break out on this very level, that is this $118,000 level right here, then that means the market have capability of coming down into this point of interest I want to show you right now. This very area is a very important point that you should not neglect. That is the level of $116,000 and $115,000 is a very important level you should not neglect if we see the market break out on this very level of important support right here, okay? Market is going to come down, and I believe market is going to begin to move upward after that. So the worst case scenario is for the market to move here, break out, and move down into this point before the final move all the way to the upside for a creation of a new all-time high. This is my personal opinion, because I believe that if the market can come down into this point and move upward, come back down, and fail to create a new low, then that means market is going to move upward. But if we see the market come back down right here, move upward, and continue downward, then I also believe that this is the last point for the market to move upward for another new all-time high on the price of Bitcoin. And this can happen in the next few days, maybe next week or upper week. This is my personal opinion on this very price action right now, BTC USDT 4-hour chart. So what is your perspective of the market right now? Do you think that the market is going to from here move all the way to the downside? Because I see a lot of people on other chat room talking about this is the top for Bitcoin, okay? People said this is the top for Bitcoin right here, okay? That this is the top. That means we are already entering the bear market. But there are some missing points from that very argument, which I don't want to go into in this very video. What I want to let you understand in this video is my personal perspective on the short term, okay? That is the 4-hour chart, which means I am expecting that the market come back down and move upward, or we see a breakout right at this very point of interest, market come back down and move upward. So pay attention to this area first, and a breakout, pay attention to this area second. This is what you need to pay attention to right now and keep your eye on if you really want to be in the right direction of the market on the price of BTC. And if you switch back a little bit to the higher time frame, this is the 1-day chart, you discover that something very amazing on the 1-day chart that we don't need to neglect is right here. Look at it right at this very point. You see the market move upward on the price of Bitcoin. Okay, at this very point, market move from this very price level of $108,000 straight up and create a new all-time high. So of course, market should retrace. Okay, there is this ideology that market always should be moving upward. No, it does not happen like that a lot of the time in the market. Market must have to retrace for it to gain another momentum to move upward, and that is why I am expecting market to come back down, move upward, or come into this area and then move upward. And if you look at it from this perspective, and if you use the Fibonacci retracement tool and draw in line with these two levels, the first level and the second level, you discover that it will resonate with the Fibonacci retracement. So from here up to this very point, you discover that this very area is within the 0.382 and 0.50, while this area is exactly at the golden pocket, which is the 0.618. So don't neglect this, guys. That means we can see the market drop back down into this very area of the 0.618 before the final move to the upside, and this is what you must have to pay attention to if you really want to be in the right direction of the market. So for market retracing, don't panic. Market is still going to move upward, in my personal opinion, on this very price action. And if you come to the price of ETH, you discover that the price of ETH have been coming back down as well. And very importantly, we see the market come back down from here, market move downward, and we see retracement move down again. And right now, market have capability of coming back into this very area. I am not expecting an aggressive drop on the price of ETH. However, market is going to drop a little bit. Okay, a little bit drop into this very point. Okay, between this area of 4,216 and this very point of 4,150. Okay, within this very price level, market is going to enter into it, then move upward. This is what I am personally looking at on this very price action, ETH USDT for our chart from now moving forward. And this is what you should not pay deaf ears to as well, because this is going to play out, in my opinion. And if you have a contrary analysis to this, please, you can drop it on our chat room right here on the Telegram channel. Okay, so from the Telegram channel, you can enter into the chat room and drop your perspective about this very price action that I am talking about right now. So this is very, very important, and you need to pay attention to this to be in the right direction of the market. So for Bitcoin, market is going to come back down for retracement. ETH, market is going to come back down for retracement into this very area of interest right here. And for BNB, we've seen that BNB have been making significant highs and have a lot of momentum. This is what you need to pay attention to. Market should also retrace. Okay, this market should come back into this very point. Okay, this is what I am paying attention to, this very area of 1,190 and this very price level of 1,160. Between this very area, market should drop into this very point before the next move to the upside, and this is what you must have to pay attention to as well to be in the right direction of the market on the price of BNB. So BNB, I am expecting more drop to the downside. Market should further move downward for good correction, and then after this good correction, market is going to begin to move upward again on the price of BNB. This is very important. And if you look at the coin market cap, global crypto market capitalization have a significant decline for the past few days. We saw it at $4.29 trillion, about $4.30 trillion, but we see a little bit of significant decline up to $4.13 trillion, as you can see right here. This decline does not mean market is going to begin to crash all the way to the downside. Of course, you can make an argument to the fact that that is the stock market, is doing even much more better compared to the crypto market. That is very true. But if you look at the price of Bitcoin compared to the price of many stocks, you discover that the price of Bitcoin or Bitcoin itself have outperformed a lot of stocks out there. That means if you invested in Bitcoin 1 decade ago and you invest maybe in the S&P 500 1 decade ago, and you compare the result or the outcome or the ROI, you discover that Bitcoin have outperformed all of those investment assets. And this is very important. So if you look at it right here, market is still going to move upward despite the fact that the global crypto market cap have had a significant decline in the past few days. And the altcoin index is a little bit worrisome. You can join our Telegram channel for more updates, signal, on-chain data, and technical analysis. Link in the description of this very video and also in the pinned comments. Join right now. It is a free Telegram channel to receive many more updates. This is what you need to pay attention to on the price of Bitcoin, ETH, and BNB from this moment moving forward, especially into the weekend. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.